How to get rid of gyno or gynecomastia. If you don't know, I have gyno, and if you don't know what gyno is, it's just excess breast tissue in your chest. A lot of guys call it man boobs. They call it, I've heard calcium cannons, mommy milkers. When people make fun of it, I've literally heard everything. But if you don't know what it is, it's excess breast tissue under your chest, and it's caused by an imbalance in testosterone and estrogen whenever you're either going through puberty, or you can get it through PEDs, steroids, stuff like that. And it's usually whenever your estrogen compared to your testosterone is high. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that your testosterone is low. It just means your estrogen compared to it is high. And this causes that extra breast tissue, something that you literally can't get rid of. It's not like regular fat. If you squeeze your belly fat, it's going to be soft. You squeeze gyno and you have it, it's going to be harder, like a hard mass. You can't work this out. You cannot get rid of the gland of gyno. But there are some things that you can do naturally to reduce the appearance of it, to get rid of the gyno and make it look like it's not even there. Because I've looked for so many different videos on the internet. If you have researched anything about gyno, you know, if you look it up, you're only going to see doctors. You're going to see people telling you to get the gyno surgery to get it removed. You can't get rid of it. But I have found a way around it to actually reduce the appearance of my gyno so much that it almost looks like I don't have any gyno whatsoever. If you don't know, I got my gyno in 8th grade through puberty, and for some people, gyno comes and gyno goes. For me, after puberty, it stayed, and it became my biggest insecurity. It soon became the thing that controlled my life. I always was concerned with what I was wearing to see if people could see my gyno. I would always wear oversized hoodies, baggy materials, and certain brands, and I just looked for so many different materials to try to hide it, because I was always so concerned if other people could see it, if they were judging me in my head, if they were, or in their head, if they were making fun of me for it. And I got made fun of it quite a bit in high school. My friends would say I have mommy milkers. They would just make fun of me, say, why do you have pepperoni, big nipples, which seems like such a small thing to somebody else, but for you, when it's your body. And this is something that you can't control. This small piece on your body that you just can't get rid of, it can really affect your confidence. You get in your head a lot. You overthink about it 24/7. And I know, bro, I understand you. I hear you. I see you, because I know exactly how that feels, because that was once me. But instead of letting it control my life, letting myself be insecure about it forever, and not having anything that I could actually do about it, I figured out a way through trial and error for years how you can actually get rid of the gyno. Not completely get rid of the gland, but actually reduce the appearance of it so it looks like it's completely gone. It's not even there. This is me on my peak bulk whenever I was trying to gain weight, build muscle, build my physique. As you can see, my gyno was really bad. It was at its worst. It didn't affect my nipple puffiness. It affected my entire chest. And if you don't know, I only have stage 1 to 2 gyno, so it only affects the puffiness of my nipples. As you can see now, you can barely even tell I have it. But in that video, it affected my chest pretty badly. And if you don't know, if you have higher body fat with gyno, it makes it a lot less noticeable. And that's because whenever you have body fat all around and in your chest specifically, it pushes the gland of the gyno out, and it makes it more noticeable, because it makes it more droopy, saggy, puffy, and it just makes it look like you literally have man boobs. And that's why it's called that. That's why it has that name. So the first thing that you can do to naturally reduce the appearance of gyno, naturally get rid of the gyno, is to lower your body fat. If you don't know, lowering your body fat significantly reduces the appearance of it. As you can see, like I said, I'm on a bodybuilding prep. I'm pretty low body fat right now, and you can barely even see that I have it. And that's because it's going to get rid of all the extra fat pushing it out. It's going to just be the gland of the gyno itself. And if you have a good physique, if you have built your chest, if you have built your body and you have low body fat, that's not the first thing people are going to see. The first thing people are going to see is your good physique. They're not going to instantly just aimbot to the gyno. Just think about it like this. If you're a really fat and overweight guy, what do you think the first thing that people are going to see? They're going to instantly aimbot to your nipples. They're going to aimbot to your gyno, because it's super noticeable. You're not very flattering looking. You know what I mean? And if you're a really skinny guy, right on the opposite, like I was growing up, whenever you have gyno, what is the first thing people are going to see? Aimbot to the gyno, because you don't have anything going for you. Not to say and invalidate you and say, oh, you don't have a good physique. But if you don't, then you need to build. This should be a good excuse to get in the gym, to build, to grow your physique. Because if you are jacked, if you're ripped, if you're shredded and lean, whenever people look at you, they're gonna see your physique and be like, wow, bro, he's pretty nice with it. Like, he built a good physique. They're not gonna aimbot to the gyno. Maybe later on they're gonna notice, oh wow, he has pretty puffy nipples, but they're gonna notice your striations, your front delts, and how big they are. Like, they're not going to instantly think about the gyno. If you were like small and bigger, they would see that. So number one, build your physique, obviously, but lower your body fat. The lower body fat you have, the less noticeable it will actually be. This should be a great, amazing excuse to get into the gym. And this is actually the whole reason I started going to the gym in the first place. Obviously, I played baseball in high school. I wanted to be stronger for that. But it was also because this insecurity of my gyno that was so noticeable. I would never take my shirts off at baseball practice whenever everyone else was hot in the locker room. I would like wait till after practice. Like, I was so insecure. It was that bad. I didn't want people to make fun of me. And I wouldn't take my shirt off at the beach for the longest. I wouldn't at pool parties whenever I was at the pool with my friends. It was just like I was in this bubble of myself and me in my head constantly 24/7. So this is what I did to actually get away from that. I built my physique, and I learned that you have to be lean to actually reduce the appearance of the gyno. So that's the first thing that has tremendously helped me to get rid of the gyno look completely. And the second one, like I've been kind of tapping into, talking about building your physique, is the most important thing you need to be building your physique. And I said that once, but with more depth, you need to build your physique in a specific way. There are certain ways that you can actually build your physique for guys with gyno to reduce the appearance of it, to make it so that that's not the first thing that people see. If I have a really, really, really big lower chest and it's making it look like I have like an under boob, right? And I just have saggy chest, the gyno is going to poke a lot because that's where the gyno sits. It's going to look saggy and droop, and it's going to be a lot more noticeable than if you had someone who built their upper chest and made their chest look full and look like a shelf instead of looking like a droopy, saggy man boob. So there's certain body parts that you can build, and there's certain workouts that you can do for this, for guys with gyno. And I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to literally put you on with the sauce, bro. Here's what I've done from years in trial and error. Like I said, there's no information about this online. There's nothing about it. There's just Indian, this might be racist, but there's Indian doctors. Indian doctors telling you to get surgery. This is why you have gyno. We understand that. But bro, this is what you want to do if you want to build your physique to actually reduce the appearance of it. Number one, obviously the most important one is to build your upper chest, like I was saying, because your chest, obviously where your gyno is, you're going to want to tap into that and work on it so it's not super, super noticeable. Make sure you're building your upper chest specifically. Like I said, this is going to give your whole entire chest a full look. It's going to create a shelf look on your chest to where the gyno isn't the first thing that people notice. If you spam chest, push-ups 24/7, bench press like flat regular flies, you're going to have a really overdeveloped underboob, really overdeveloped like lower chest. And this is bad. If you're only focusing on this, it's going to make you look unproportionate and you're going to make the gyno look even worse. So that's why I tell people you can't just spam chest for whatever exercises you want if you want to make it not noticeable. There's a strategy. There's something that you have to do behind that. And I've figured that out with years, like I've said, but building your upper chest. And I'm going to give you 2 workouts you can do to do this. The ones that I use to really, really isolate your upper chest and grow it is low to high cable flies, just like this, if you know what those are. If not, just look them up. There's plenty videos around. And also any incline presses. If you do incline Smith machine bench, which is my favorite, that's the second workout. Or just any incline Smith machine, any incline chest press, like anything incline related, dumbbell press, it is going to be working your upper chest, building your upper chest. And ultimately, that is going to give it a full look, a tighter appearance to where it's going to look narrower and tighter, and it's not going to be gyno, which is the first thing that people see. It's not going to be like that because you're going to have a pretty nice developed chest. People are going to notice that. Also, the second one is to build your shoulders. You want really big, capped, wide shoulders because whenever you have this, on top of this next thing, which is a V-taper, it is going to make it look like you have an illusion to your body, like you're just big, you're wide, and it's going to draw the attention, draw people's eyes away from your chest. And this is scientifically studied, this is scientifically backed. When you build your shoulders wide and your lats V-taper, you're going to look like a Dorito, bro. They're not going to aimbot to the gyno, especially if you have that upper chest built. So shoulder workouts that you could do, usually the ones that I always do is obviously just shoulder press, and I absolutely spam lat raises. This is going to help get those capped delts, big shoulders. And then you're going to be working in specifically for your back. you're going to be wanting to work that upper back, because not only is this going to give you that V taper, it's going to help you with your posture. Because if you have bad posture, another little tip and trick, if you have gyno, it's going to make the gyno look a lot worse if you have bad posture, because it compresses your upper chest in and it makes your lower chest stick out more, obviously where the gyno sits. So it's going to be more noticeable. But if you build your upper back, it's going to pull your shoulders back. It's going to pull yourself more upright to where your posture is better. You have a V taper on top of the shoulders, on top of building your upper chest. Your entire physique is going to be built literally for gyno, to reduce the appearance of your gyno. And this might sound a little corny, this may sound dumb, but I've done this, bro, because this insecurity that completely consumed my life. I knew from an early age I wasn't getting surgery. Number one, because it's super expensive, like $6,000 to $10,000. Number two, you risk scarring, because a lot of people go to third world countries to get it done cheaper, because that's an insane price, and the surgeons there aren't as good as they are in America. I'm just gonna say it. That's literally the truth. And not only that, but I just didn't want to be worked on. I didn't want my chest to be cut open, and it kind of made me like realize, notice, and embrace my gyno for what it was. So I knew from an early age I wasn't getting surgery. I didn't have the money for that. So I learned to reduce the appearance of it naturally by building my physique, by working out, building certain body parts of my physique, doing certain workouts, because I've tried everything, bro. I've tried so many different splits, exercise, actual movements. I've tried so many different routines, and bro, so much to build my physique to reduce the appearance of my gyno. And that's literally a spinning image of what I've been building. I have a V taper, I have a wide back with wide shoulders, and a really nice chest. I have a foundation of my under boob and my lower chest, but I always mainly work on my upper chest to make it look full. And I have a really striated upper chest, and I literally have done this for gyno, to reduce the appearance of my gyno, to get rid of my gyno. So you are not cooked. There is still hope, bro. There is still absolutely hope if you were trying to get rid of your gyno. You cannot fully get rid of the gland with this method, but you can significantly reduce the appearance of it like I have done. And if you want the workout program that I've built, you're going to be like, oh, you did this all to sell the workout program. But genuinely, you need to know what you're doing. You need to know what workouts to do, and order a workout routine, a split, to actually build your physique the right way, to reduce it, to actually reduce the appearance of it. So if you do want this workout program that I have spent years building from trial and error, I haven't had help from anybody else. This is all with my own experiences, learning and failing, and just years and years of this, trying different stuff, because like I said, there's no information of it online. If you want that workout program that reveals more exercises to actually do this, that actually reveals the entire workout, I'll literally leave a link to that in my description. So if you have gyno, there is still absolutely hope, bro. I was once in your shoes, overthinking. It was my biggest insecurity, but I completely understand how that is. Number one, embrace it for what it is. Learn to embrace your gyno, because it's not going anywhere unless you get surgery, but that's just the easy way out, bro. Number two, learn to build your physique the right way, get lean. And if you want help doing that, I'll leave a link to my workout program in the description. Like I said, I appreciate y'all watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Leave your comments on your biggest takeaway. And I love y'all boys, and I'm out, bro.